What's up, y'all? This is Rom coming back at you with yet another car video. Older women on the prowl for younger men. And this is something I hadn't discussed in a long time, though I might shoot something out every now and then. Especially in videos when I talk about men getting women without money. But anyway, first let me shout out O'Shea Duke Jackson, because this video was kind of inspired by a video he did. It was called Grandmas Want to Pay Young Men to Do This to Their Cheeks. O'Shea. You know what, man? That's my brother right there. He was supporting me and shouting me out back when I had a few hundred subs. Nobody knew about me. So he was one of the people that was really shouting me out, really supportive over the years. I mean, he supported a lot of people, man. So, y'all go check it out. Check out that video. Sub O'Shea, because he's really doing the thing. He's really doing the thing. And he's really helped me out a whole lot, materially, too. Because, I used to write for his website, the Negro Manosphere. And I broke his site twice with this one particular video. I mean, not video, but article. So definitely check that out. And also, before I get started, check out my lady friend Brittany. Oh, she be giving guys the game. She said her video is dressed to impress, men clothing that turn women on. And so she be doing her thing. She letting you know what she like. She even went in the store. I'll be getting some stuff from her. I was like, oh, go ahead, yo. Yeah. And Brittany, she's a good woman. Brittany's a good woman. You better shoot that shot. Shoot that shot. So, anyway, right. Older women on the prowl for younger men. Oh, man. That's normal. That ain't even some new thing, though. That ain't some new thing. And a lot of guys get scandalized because they say, well, if we try going after younger women, people say something. You know what, man? That's just part of the double standards. Let me say something real quick about double standards. They're going to happen. That's just a fact of life. It is what it is. But, yeah, that older woman, younger man thing, shoot. I've been seeing that since really 14. Really 14. Yeah. Yeah. Remember filling up this older woman around the way. And then 17. I did a little bit more. Oh, in fact, I say a portion of a good portion. Not all of them, of course. A good portion of women I dealt with were significantly older. A good portion. They even just one here and there. Shit. Seriously. Really up until recent years. Wait a minute. Got this fog in here. Oh, I better go quicker. Anyway. Really up until recent years. So it don't stop. They weren't significantly older though in recent years, but still older. But to me that's just a normal thing. That's just a normal thing. Only time to me it's a problem is if it's a teacher going after some underage student. Now they need the book thrown at them. Fuck any double standards and shit, because they know if a man was doing that, oh, they be wanting to throw them in the prison, throw them under the prison. Okay, that's fair. And in all fairness, though, a lot of teachers constantly getting, damn, that shit's ubiquitous. Always happening. All you have to do, somebody probably have a website out there tracking all these teachers getting busted. Shoot, some of these teachers getting pregnant by some youngins and everything. But then once you get past 18, I remember there was this, this morning and stuff, I saw this short of this fine 50-year-old woman. She a young girl to me, but everybody else, she's older. But I recognized her because I followed her a little bit on IG. She had a youngin'. Like these older women be having a youngin'. And shoot, you got some women. I remember a buddy of mine, he was saying he knew about this group of rich women who all had, come on, get your ass going. This group of rich women who all had some boy toys. Like they would parade them around. There's another aspect to that, but you know what? That would start some shit, so I ain't gonna do that. Alright, I'm gonna be nice. Get your ass over. Be nice. Damn. I ain't driving ass, man. But yeah, man. That's just a normal thing. And you know, some people, and I've actually did some videos talking about sometimes they'll do it for control. Like you get some women, you know, they just feel like, okay, let me get this young boy who don't got nothing. Let me use my money. You know, they do it for control and everything. And then some, you know, there's some women out there, they got a mother-son relationship when they deal with men. They so maternal, they can only deal with a guy who comes off like a son, you know? And it's a trip, because like I say, I've said in the, you know, about guys getting women without spending money on them and stuff. Shit, they be very generous. Sugar mamas. You know, it's funny, too. They come to this double standard again. People always talking some stuff or calling somebody a sugar daddy or talking trash about them, but you got a ton of sugar mamas out there. I mean, they just straight up sugar mamas. And you got some guys out there, they say, fuck it, let me go get mine. And even guys who ain't necessarily have the sugar mamas, but they have, you get some women, they'll pay for gigolos, or they'll pay like, they'll pay gigolos and male strippers for the boyfriend experience. You know? And you'd be surprised. In fact, I still say, I was at this upper middle class event. I've talked about it before, even shared a couple pictures from it. Well, of me and the lady I was with. Still a good friend. On my short list if I ever, like, you know, tie the knot again. But here's the thing. I remember there was this one guy, he wasn't dressed up. He just had on a regular shirt and pants. And I swear, I was like, I just had that vibe, dude might have been paid for it. Like, if you go to some upper middle class event, especially you got a lot of women, they got money. They'll have money and everything. Only a few of them actually have a man, especially if it's like organized by women and everything, like a women's group. Like this particular group, it was called the Girlfriends. Y'all can look it up, the Girlfriends. And most of it, like at that one event I was at, it had mostly husbands, but this one guy didn't look like he was a husband. He looked like he was just chilling on a date. But you got a lot of women, they'll get that guy like that. And yeah, they'll do all that stuff, but honestly though, it still come down to one thing. The hot beef injection. They do it for sex. They do it for sex. You know what kills me? A lot of guys can't figure out why they having trouble, but they got issues with sex. Look, I always start with sex. Anytime you want to figure out why a woman got with a particular man, everybody would be like, oh, well, she want to control, or boy, she got more money, or she got low self-esteem. Nah, he probably got a stiff dick. He probably got a stiff dick. Some older women even say that. They'll mess with a young guy because the older guys can't get that shit up. You know, the older guys need that Viagra and everything. So they get that young guy, because you know a young guy who's healthy and shit, that shit get hard with the wind. In fact, he walk outside, the wind stop blowing. He be in school and stuff. He be in school, teacher say, hey, come up here and like write something on the board. And it's like, nah, I can't right now, man. You know how that shit is. Women love that shit though. Women love that shit, because that's all they want from the guy. Because you know, especially a lot of older women, and they might have been married, might have had some kids, something like that. You know, they got the home. They don't need them for that. Got a good paying job, driving a nice car. But then a lot of them, they might deal with the dudes they meet don't turn them on sexually. And even if they get in a relationship, that shit ain't coming up. So they get some young guy to tear him up. They get some young guy. That's his purpose. Everything else is just a little bit extra. Trust me. I know this from experience. Oh, man. Filling up an older woman when I was 14. You know. Dealing with this other one when I was 17. When I was 22, I got kidnapped for the first time. Oh, man, because I was studying at this library at this one university in the D.C. area, just studying there because it was close to my house. And then saw this woman in here talking, walked out to her car, and she said, "You want to ride to your car?" "Oh, yeah, sure." It was just down the street, but I said, "What the hell?" All of a sudden, she drove the other way. I said, "My car's down there." "Well, let's go to my house." "You want something to drink?" "Hey, here's some music. You want to dance to it?" "Oh, yeah, sure." Cut you. Get that by ass. I'm 22, she 45. She was fine though. Oh man, that's how I be knowing some stuff. Cause I even said that because I said, shoot, once a woman get past a certain age, all the bullshit go out the door. That's why some young guys, they dealt with some older women and stuff. They be like, you know what? They don't even want to fuck with a younger woman. Now they might not marry that older woman, but they be like, well, damn, because they'll tell you straight up if they want something. They don't play no games. They already got past all that stuff. Even their biological clock sometimes. And they be ready. They just ready to go. Hell, there's been a lot of dudes who are players. They got schooled by an older woman. They straight up schooled. Now, I know a bunch of guys say, I wouldn't do it. Okay, you don't have to. You don't have to. You shouldn't if you don't want to, in fact. But don't get mad at the guys who doing it. Yeah, you shouldn't. Guys be like, yeah, I want somebody around my own age. Knowing they ain't getting nobody around their own age. You know? But do as you please. But plus, too, I know all these guys always talking about wall. There's plenty of women, they ain't run into that wall. They still shit. Especially the one, I'm gonna tell you what, especially the main ones who go after young guys, though some other ones will. You go into some gyms, they be working out harder than the young women. In fact, I got a friend dealt with a few years ago, and she's about, damn, I think she's 60 now. She built better than a 20-year-old. She got all these 20-year-old guys coming after her. This other woman I dealt with a couple years ago. She only a few years older than me, so she about 60. She was saying, yeah, all these young guys in her area will be coming for her, just straight up 25-year-olds. Shit, be coming for her. Shoot, and some of y'all know. I ain't calling no names, but some of y'all know about that. Y'all know about that. But they just turned on. Because, see, hold up. For the ones who keep themselves fixed up, their sex drive's still working. That's the thing. When there's sex drive, they don't... See, some guys think the stuff goes... Like, you know, it's funny because I talked about this before. Some guys think, oh, they ain't going to have the same drive. How do you know? How many have you dealt with? See, here's the thing. Guys be saying some shit. And they, not just for this subject, but just in... Generally, they be saying some shit from women, but if you ask them a very simple question, okay, what experience you got with this, they can't answer. They can't even say they saw it in a video or something. They just think that. A lot of guys go, shout out this dude, Joe Blast. Met him at the Game Kings 2 seminar up in New York. And he said it. A lot of guys, they want to hold on to their false beliefs so much that they're going to fight you. Like some guys think, oh, the woman's sex drive is gone and stuff. No, it ain't. Please. Y'all know how granny be getting down. Shit. I talked to this minister who's a relationship counselor, real cool with him. He was kind of a father figure too. He said, shoot, he be coaching like men and women in their 60s more. Shoot, that sex drive don't end. And shoot, they be getting just as wet. They be getting just as wet. If they stay healthy, they be getting just as wet. Now, you're going to get some that got some problems. They might need some KY jelly or some shit like that. But actually, the only one I know who had some real issues, shoot, she had just beaten cancer. So, you know. I guess she might have a few issues there. But other than that, shit, this stuff still works. In fact, you got some players in there like 70s and stuff. They ain't always going for a young girl. Cause see, one thing I said, and this one thing I said, and this is generally a psychological thing, especially with some older women, especially they had kids. Okay, first of all, like women in their 20s, they still think, in the back of their mind, they still think of marriage, they think of romance and all of that, right? They think of marriage, romance, finding Mr. Right, their perfect guy, they can live happily ever after. Disney made trillions off of that. Trillions. Seriously, that's that story. Meet Prince Charming. The black pillars would say Prince Chad and everything. So when they in their 20s and stuff, they got that fantasy going. So yeah, they're gonna be pickier and they gonna want more. Shit, they want that like fairy tale. They want the wind blowing through their air, music playing and everything. Man just trying to work hard and shit. Malcolm X in his book said that these women be looking for that romantic shit. He said the man be too damn tired. He said the man be too damn tired and stuff. Be too damn tired after a hard day's work and stuff. He just wants some biscuits. Some biscuits and gravy. And literally biscuits and gravy. The motherfucker hungry. Shit. But yeah, they want that at that age. That's why like a lot of guys have trouble with them, because they want the romance. They want everything to fit perfectly and everything. Alright. But then they hit about 28 or something, that clock started ticking. Tick, tick. Get that baby. All of a sudden, they be staring at some dude walking down the street pushing, like holding a baby girl or something. They be like, oh. Tick, tick. See some guy with his kids. Tick, tick. Like when I'm walking with my sons, I get a lot of attention from women. They be like, hey. Yeah, that biological clock started ticking. Yeah, they don't want Prince. At that point, they don't necessarily want Prince Chad. They want that shit. They want that guy who do look decent enough. Might have that nest appeal and everything. Oh, okay, he ain't coming this way. He got that nest appeal. Look like he might be a good daddy and something. Shit. That's a real reason some of those dudes with dad bods do win. People say there's always an argument about it, but he looked like he could be a daddy because that nest appeal kick in hard. Yeah, Prince Chad looked good and everything, but once that biological clock hits, oh my God, some women shit, they could straight up get a sperm donor. Some women, they'll find some guy who look like he can make a decent child. Be like, you don't need that condom. Shit, they get a lot pressed in. But then once they get in their 40s, older than that, once they get in their 40s, they done had the kid, done been through that romantic relationship and realized romance is mainly an illusion, what they consider romance. Had the child, probably been married and stuff, realized they really weren't compatible with their husband anyway, get the divorce. They single, they done worked hard, kids a little bit older, they don't have to spend as much time with the kids because the kids, they in their rooms hanging out with their buddies and stuff and playing some video games or all up in their phone. So they older, so they got all that out the way. So they just want that pleasure. They want that pleasure. Only thing in the eyes of many women, a lot of guys haven't taken care of themselves. There's not enough talk about men just taking care of themselves. So they're looking for that healthy dude who can give them that good maintenance and everything. If he their age, hey, that's great. But see, they get those young boys, and they know the young boy is horny and stuff. So the women, they keep themselves in the smart ones that keep themselves in great shape. Seriously, I lost track of how many older women I've met and known. Not just the ones I dealt with, but just knew them. And they had dealt with a guy like 10 years or younger than them. I've lost count. Seriously. To the point, it's like it might as well be a norm. And they're only dealing with them for one reason: the hot beef injection. Forget all that other stuff as extras. That's woman to woman. But if you say a common thing, they want that good dick. Hell, some of them have a steady man closer to their age or something. But, you know, he ain't satisfying in the bedroom, because we still got to talk about cheating. Shoot, because when women cheat, despite what they say, they want the hot beef injection. Oh, man. So, shoot, they go for them. They go for him. And a smart young dude, shoot, he uses it to his advantage. He'd be like, oh, okay. Well, I say, well, you know, I need some bills paid. I got you. You know, I don't really have a car. I got you. You know, I need some new shoes from Johnston and Murphy. Check out Brittany's video. I got you. Yeah, shit, they get all generous. The women getting all generous. You just got to make them holler. Or look like you're going to make them holler. And shoot, you get some older women too. They, like I said earlier, you get a lot of players who were schooled by them. They'll tell you, yeah, they had that one experience with that older woman. And she told them some stuff. She said, you know, one content creator, I ain't going to shout his name out. Some people might have heard him say, he said, yeah, he dealt with this older woman. She told him before they had sex to jack off first. And people say, hey, why you jacking off? No, listen. It was a game she gave him. Jack off, because then he already got that out the way. So then when you get in her, he'll last a long time. Always remember that. Hey, that's something you could do. If you feel like you'll come too quick, have her like either suck you off, jack you off something first. And then when you get in there again, you'll last long. But yeah, older women, they say, nah, baby, take your time here. This is how you do it. See, they'll teach you. They'll teach you. But you got to be healthy to get it. Because one thing about them, though, all that other shit that guys think they need, you know, think they got to have all this money. Well, first of all, they got more money. I knew this, met this one woman. This was back in 2000. What was this? About 2002. Man, she had a $500,000 mansion in 2002 money, which means that joined several million now. And she was fine as shit. But then it was at some event I was doing, and you know, women be telling me everything at those events. And they were just, it was a lot of older women too. And she was telling me about, she was 50, telling me about this 35-year-old guy who was giving her some trouble. And she was fun. She was fun. It was funny at that same event because I think I mentioned it before. It was like a speed dating event, and I was just selling books. And I was married. I was married and selling books, you know? Married, selling books with a pregnant wife. So I had zero interest in any of the women there. These were some older women. Like my wife now co-parents 7 years younger than me. So I wasn't feeling none of them. It was a couple fine ones there, but I wasn't trying to holler at them. But they were hard. They put me into the event. They kept coming. They took turns coming to talk to me. And I'd be having my ring up like this, like that. Like, yeah. You know, my wife said something like that. Just like, but they were coming. And I know I was younger than all of them. So it's just like the hot beef injection, y'all. And you know what, man? Let's just be real with it. It is what it is. Shit, my grandmother hit me to that game when I was young. My grandmother hit me to that game and stuff. She hit me to that game. She just said, yeah, there was a certain couple of neighbors she was concerned. She was keeping an eye out on. Cause you talk to some old school women in any neighborhood. Talk to some old school women. They peeping the shit because they know themselves. You go in any neighborhood, there's always that older woman who's probably single and stuff on the lookout. You know, and you know I've talked about that before. Get that guy to cut her grass and say, hey, yo, you've been working hard. You want some water? Yeah, I'll take some. Yeah. Oh, here's some. You know. She might not get with them right away, but say, hey, why don't you come on? You like movies? Yeah, sure. All of a sudden. They know it, seriously. Y'all let me know. Some of y'all know that. Some of y'all mothers or something probably said, hold up, you got to watch this woman right there. You got to watch this woman. You know, they know which women in the neighborhood doing something. Even heard some stories. I know this guy, he was married. His wife admitted to him that she sucked her 16-year-old neighbor's dick. It is what it is. It is just for sex, y'all. It's just for sex. People don't understand. Women, all that civilized social shit go out the door when the 90s start pulsing. You know? In fact, if you think about what I'm telling you how to be sexy. Body game. Body game. Shoot, because that's the main thing. That's all the dude. Shoot, some young guy, that's all he gonna offer some old woman. She ain't looking for somebody to pay her bills. She can pay her own bills. Shoot, I've heard stories of dudes hooking up with their friends' moms. It is what it is. Yeah, but anyway, I gotta get something from the store. But check it out, y'all. It is what it is. I know some dudes get mad. Other dudes wish they could participate. Well, I tell you what to do, get your body right. But as far as getting mad, I'm gonna be real with y'all, man. It's been happening since the beginning of time. It's been happening. It's been happening. Some things are just human nature. All I would say, the only thing wrong is if they really take advantage of some young guy who just underage. And no, they should be fully arrested, fully punished. Because it still won't happen, but if they get busted or something. And even then, you'd be surprised how many young guys be playing these old. They know it and they playing them. There's a lot of, the contrary to popular belief, there's a lot of young guys. They got serious game, like some serious game. Very few though, very, 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 very few. In fact, because usually what happened is some older woman like sucked his dick or something. Every time I meet some guy like that, they say something happened, player. Or every single time you start asking him, some older woman initiated his ass. And she basically threw it at him and everything. And some guys, they just spend the rest of their lives getting it thrown at them. Some become pros, become gigolos or, sugar babies, male sugar babies. Yeah, it is what it is. And y'all be saying, damn, Ron, what you talking about? Let's just say background is interesting. Yeah, I can hang out with some upper class bougie people, but then been around a lot of, I'll say lumpen proletariat and everything go. Anybody who been around the lumpen proletariat, the very poor, the underclass, you know the rules of engagement is just totally fucking different. It is what it is. I'm laughing at that shit. Seriously, I don't feel bad because, you know what? It's helped me, keep me out of trouble in life. Understand, folks. So, and one of the things I try to do is let y'all know, keep you out of trouble. Just listen. Just listen. And if anybody wonder, like I said, National City in San Diego. I actually remember being there. Anacostia in the D.C. area. In fact, there was a congressman from Texas. He got robbed around Navy Yard. It's like, oh snap! That was only just over the bridge from where I spent some time and learned some stuff. Because even in North Michigan Park, I saw a lot of stuff. Even in North Michigan Park. So it is what it is. North Michigan Park rigs. It's everything. All the DC folks know what I'm talking about. I ain't like fucking with Montana though. Yeah. And for the DC folks, let you know I'm legit. All the DC folks, if you from DC and the reference I'm about to make, I'm going to know you legit DC. You know what's up. I'm just going to say this. I got peoples by the shrimp boat. And if I got to explain it to you, you ain't from DC. That's how you know somebody. Anytime I meet somebody, I'll say, hey, you got peoples by the shrimp boat. And DC folks will know exactly what I mean. Or giving directions, say, yeah, take a left at the shrimp boat. That's how you know somebody in DC from DC. So that's what I'm dealing with. Yeah. Stayed out of Montana in Simple City, though. Like, I don't got no peoples over there. I'm staying over there. Close enough, though. But I ain't staying out of there. It's crazy as shit. Anyway, though, I'll get back with y'all. Talk to y'all later. And for the DC folk, or mother, peace, y'all.